To get ready for this camping trip, there's a couple of things I got to do to the truck. It doesn't work. And I think I might know why. A little bit on edge there. I made the mistake of watching one YouTube video. I've put it down somewhere and I don't know where I've put it. This is a bad idea. Today I'm heading out to try and pick up a canopy for the truck. One of the issues I've started running into is that as much as I love the bed frame to mount the tent on, it seriously inhibits some of the cargo capacity of the truck's bed. So I've been looking around for a canopy, and we still want to use the tent so we can go camping in the truck. Alright, so you missed a few days, and that's my fault, not yours. We've got the canopy installed, fits great, looks great, pretty happy with it. The other night I started wiring in the third brake light, and I tested it at every stage with a battery to make sure that it was going to work, but it doesn't work. And I think I might know why. So one of the challenges is that the actual tail lights on the Tacoma are incandescent bulbs. The lights, the third tail light on the canopy, is an LED bulb. And I learned the other day, when you have a incandescent bulb and an LED bulb on the same circuit, the electricity is going to take the path of least resistance, and so it might not even be getting to taillights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try swapping my taillights for some LED bulbs instead to see if that fixes the problem. Alright, so the brake lights are working. Is the canopy? No, it is not. I wonder if it's my wiring connection. So the wiring starts here, coming all the way down here to my breakaway connection. That one is soldered and taped, soldered and taped. But this one here, on the actual wiring harness, I use these quick connects. I made the mistake of watching one YouTube video and they gave me the wrong wire color, which is why my green one is stripped. But I think what I'll do is properly splice the other wires and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, that one hasn't even cut through the insulation of the wire. No wonder it's not working. There we go. All three are exposed. So red goes on the blue, black goes on the white, and we're going to make sure that these are not touching and we can do a test. Okay, brake light still works. Oh yes, that works. Alright, so that's soldered. Mouse isn't here right now, so I need your help. If you could just watch this third brake light for me, that'd be great. I know this looks messy, does not look nice, but I want to make sure I get these completely insulated from both each other and from moisture. We've got our heat shrink shrunk. We've got a wire in place. I need to find a better way to anchor this wire in here so that it doesn't get snagged. Okay, that will have to do for now. Okay, I'm just going to change over my other brake light bulb so it matches the new LED one. I think we're done. To get ready for this camping trip, there's a couple of things I've got to do to the truck. The first thing is I've got to put the tent back onto the truck. Before I had the bed rack and it had a lot of mounting options. Now that I've got the canopy on the back of the truck, I've only got 2 rails that I can mount to. I am going to have to modify the tent because the support rails that run up and down, you can see them on the back there, those support rails originally were going kind of front to back. Now I need them to go side to side. But before I can do that, one thing I noticed with the canopy is it's got like a foam gasket and it works pretty well, except in heavy rain it does leak a little bit. So before I put the tent on, I'm going to put some caulking just around the top to try and minimize the amount of water that we get into the canopy. While we wait for that to dry, or set, cure, whatever the word is, let's take a look at these mounting brackets. My idea is that I can turn them and hopefully they'll line up with the mounting holes on the rails of the canopy. Because if I can do that, we can just anchor it straight to the canopy. 33 inches. Between these, you know what, I might be able to do it. I think that might work. You've got to fit these this way. That's where I need the hole. I did ask Mouse to come out and help me with this, but given the fact that she's just asked me where her Game Boy was, I think she got sidetracked. Hey Dad, do you remember how much of a pain this was the first time when we had to do this in the garage? I need you to go inside the tent. Inside the tent is a hole. I need you to push this bolt through.
Yeah. Oh, and I tighten the other thingy on the other side.
No, I want you to tighten this bolt. Just put it through. It through? Oh. Just push it through for now. Stand by. Gotta get the nut in place.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Really? Okay, can you twist that bolt for me?
Twist it where? No, you just pushed it through.
I know, because I've got the pressure on it. I just need you to twist it as if you're tightening it up. There you go. Keep going.
Do you have a tool I can use?
Yep, I have a tool you can use, but do you want to... okay.
Because it's now sticking out.
I know, because it has to screw all the way through. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is a Milwaukee, all right? Be respectful of the power. Okay.
Oh, that's it. I'm there. Is that enough?
Yep, that's nice and tight.
See, that made the noise. This didn't make the noise.
Would you like to do it again just to make the noise?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I've been pondering an idea of how to get the tent onto the top of the canopy. And I think I have an idea. I'm going to construct a loading mechanism. Sounds rather fancy. It's a couple of 2x4s and a bit of chain. Yeah. I know what you're thinking, Dad. You should wash your truck before you put that on. Okay. Now, my plan is to use this wooden rail system, lift the rail, anchor it off on the tie point, and slide onto the roof. What could go wrong? Best time to do this is when nobody's home. I know, Dad. I got it halfway.
Okay. Need help? I'm not strong, but I can.
You could be ready there with the 911 call.
Should I be wearing a helmet?
I can give you a helmet if you want. What I want to do is, I just need to lift it up a little bit further so then we can push it on. You can come on this side and hold this, and as I lift it, if you can pull this one tight, and then we're going to ratchet it off on that one once it takes the weight, alright? Ready? You got it?
Yeah. How did you do this before?
Well, when it was on the rack, it was lower.
Oh.
And it wasn't as far back, so you could stand on the tailgate and then slide it up. Okay, let's just hold it there. What I want to do is use my head.
Pivot.
Pivoting! I just want to make sure it doesn't fall down again. So far, so good.
I think underneath to wedge it up.
Yeah, we could do. Good idea, Mouse. I think that worked. That was it was a success. I was a little bit on edge there. The first stage. I'm sure you were too, Dad. Now we just need to get it anchored down. I know it's not straight yet. Oh my
It's like you read my mind.
So I just had to find some shorter bolts because the stock bolts are too long and they'll hit the roof of the canopy. But the other thing now I have to line up is these holes for this. So this one fits here perfectly. At this side, we're going to be a little bit close to the edge of that rail there. Oh. I'm going to need your help to look for a bolt. And a nut. Oh, I can't reach. This is a bad idea. I've got it figured out. What we do is we insert the inner bracket, then attach the plates to it, slide it through the roof rails, then we can attach the outside one and then tie them down. Otherwise, if I try and get underneath to put my fingers in to do the nut up, it's just a pain in the butt. Unfortunately, I've one of the bracket plates, I've put it down somewhere and I don't know where I've put it. That's another challenge. Oh, I just found it. It was in my pocket. Quite literally 2 hours later. What I figured out was that for the inside bolts, inside the line here, inside the gap, I needed to use some loose nuts or some non-nylock nuts so I could actually finger tighten them. And if I can finger tighten them enough, then when I pinch down the nuts on the outside, it's enough to press down and give enough pressure on the inside nuts that they don't need tightening up. So, which is good because I can't really get my hand in very easily. This little ordeal should be pretty much done, and then we can test the tent. Thought I should probably check how tall the truck is now, you know, for those low bridges. 7 foot 2 inches high now. Next job, we have to deploy the tent to make sure that it still works properly from that height, and secondly because I need to pack it away properly. Pretty much as we left it. With a few extra bits and pieces we have to do to the tent. I've got to build a little rack or roof rack just to go outside where we can put the diesel heater to keep us warm. On the previous truck rack it was actually underneath the tent. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to get it packed up and then we can move on to the next step of building that rack for the diesel heater.